everyone, and welcome back to Boomtown Speedway, home of the Street Stock Series.
He used to be a NASCAR fan.
As always, I am Mike Phillips, and I will be calling all of today's
but on
racing
Saturday
action.
night with all his redneck friends as far as you could see.
We are on race 5, the last in the series, and this is heat race number 2.
10,000 race fans loud.
We have recently completed heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 is staged and ready to go. Heat races 3 and 4 are on deck, ready to find out who's going to make the final feature of the series. So let's go ahead and clear pit road once again of non-essential personnel so we can get these cars rolling and out onto the track for drivers' introductions. Here is your starting order for race 5, heat number 2. Starting on the pole in the number 59 Pontiac Firebird for Cut Rock Creek Diecast, and it's Cut Rocka. Outside row number 1 in the number 66 Dodge Chargers, Dex Hendricks. Inside row number 2 in the number 5 Ford Mustang, it's Xavier. Outside row number 2 in the 00 James Ironbeard. Inside row number 3 in the number 12, it's Remy 12 gauge. Outside row number 3 in the number 40, WD-40 Thunderbird, it's Lcdrl. Inside your final starting row in the number 0 is Earl Lee. And in your final starting position in the number 82 for Thunderbird, it's Richie Poor. Alrighty, so there they go. They're rolling out, warming up their tires, getting lined up behind the pace car. Looking good down the backstretch. Pace cars off the track. Lined up 2 by 2, looking to take the green. The green flag is out. Heat race number 2 is underway. Lap number 1, Cut Rocker out to a lead. Hendricks spins. Here comes Richie Poor. Man, oh man, that all transpired so fast. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. We're going to have to go to the replay. Focus your attention, if you will, on the replay. The Firebird out front gets out to a huge lead. It looks like Xavier gets into the left rear of Dex Hendricks, spinning him, and on the outside right there, Richie Poor comes flying up. Watch this right here. Dex Hendricks to the inside. Richie Poor dead last right there in the short stretch. But when they dump out on the front stretch, everybody goes for a ride. Here comes Richie Poor right through and takes the 3rd spot, I believe. We'll confirm it right here. Cut Rocka out to a big lead. Xavier is 2nd, Richie Poor 3rd, and Dex Hendricks falls to 4th. So after 1 lap, Cut Rocker maintains his hold on 1st place, but there's been a shake-up after there. Xavier's in 2nd. Richie Poor flies up from 8th to 3rd. Dex Hendricks gets spun, falls back to 4th. Remy 12 gauge sits in 5th. And James Ironbeard is in 6th. Moving on, lap number 2. Cut Rocker still off to a big lead, but he turns to the inside wall. Richie Poor takes the lead. We're going to have to go to the replay to see what happened there. That was very reminiscent of what happened to Killer Kowalski in heat race number 1. As they exit the turn, they come out of their short chute. Everybody appears to be running good, and inexplicably, Cut Rocket gets loose, turns left on the front stretch, and turns it to the inside wall. Outstanding racing on the short chute, and when they dump out onto the front stretch, it looked like Cut Rocker was really going to stretch his legs, but he gets loose, shoots to the inside wall, as does James Ironbeard, apparently, allowing Richie Poor to drive by and take the lead. We'll see it right here at the stripe. Richie Poor, Xavier, and it looks like Cut Rocker was able to retain 3rd. And on lap number 2, you have a new leader. Richie Poor has come from dead last to take the lead. Xavier hangs on in second. Cut Rocker goes for a ride due to his own making, slips back to third. Remy 12 gauge moves up a spot. He's in fourth. Dex Hendricks slips back another spot. He's in fifth. And Bay City Darrell's in on the leaderboard in sixth. Here we go, lap number 3. Richie Poor has the lead. Can he hold on to it? He's a rookie here. Oh, he gets spun. I don't know if he made contact, but he gets spun. Everyone else gets stuck behind. Not sure if any positions changed right there. It doesn't look like anybody's worse for wear, but let's go to the replay to see what happened. Looks like Xavier had a slight lead going into turn. Richie Poor inexplicably goes right to make a block. Didn't look like he got touched by anybody. That was a bad move. Everybody got collected. Let's see, right here in the short shoot. Yeah, he just goes right. Everybody else does what they can to get around. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Dump out of the front stretch and pretty much a traffic jam, but they all made it across the line, which is pretty incredible. Let's see at the line if anybody was able to advance. It looks like, yes, Richie Poor still first. Cut Rocker's able to advance the spot, and it looks like so did Dex Hendricks. And after 3 laps, Richie Poor maintains his hold on the lead, but he got there in a crooked way, throwing a savage block in the short chute, and then clogging up the field the entire front stretch. Cut Rocker retakes second over Xavier, who slips back to third. Dex Hendricks still in fourth. Remy 12 gauge fifth. And Bay City Darrell holding down the 6th spot. Here we go, lap number 4. I expect some position battles right here. Oh, there's contact. He spins. I think he might have held on. Richie Poor did get spun. I don't know who made contact with who. Who initiated contact? We'll have to see if we can figure it out in the replay. It appeared to me that everything was pretty good, even during the short shoot. They made contact right there. I don't know. I still don't know if Richie Poor came up or Cut Rocker came down. It appears to me to be good door-to-door action through the short shoot, but when they dump it out in the front stretch, a little aggressiveness goes a long way. A bunch of guys go spin, and I saw Dex Hendricks going up in the air, and look at that white car right there, your current point standing leader, Remy 12 gauge, looks like he moved up a bunch. We'll have to confirm it here at the finish line. Oh, Remy 12 gauge is taking second. Oh, tight battle for fourth right there. Looks like Dex Hendricks got that. We're going to show you right here how tight that battle was. Dex Hendricks by the corner of a bumper over Xavier for fourth. And on lap number 4, Richie Poor gets the chrome horn from Cut Rocker. And it goes for a ride, but is able to maintain the lead. But look at there. Don't blink. Remy 12 gauge has raced his way up into second and is poised to take the win on lap number 5. Cut Rocker slips to third. Dex Hendricks in fourth. Xavier slips back to fifth. And look at there, James Ironbeard has managed to crack the leaderboard again in sixth. The white flag is out. This is it, the 5th and final lap. Can Richie Poor hold on? Remy 12 gauge out to a big lead. Here comes this contact. He just turned. It's too tight to call. Richie Poor gets the win, but I don't know who got what after that. We are going to have to go to the replay and slow that down. On the replay, you can see that Remy 12 gauge did take the lead, but with an assist from Cut Rocker. Richie Poor gets to the front, gets spun, and that allows everybody to take a shot at the transferred spots. It gets pretty clogged up in the short shoot, but when they dump out onto the front stretch, everybody's making a mad dash for the front spots. Richie Poor's able to recover and take the lead and able to hold off a hard charging field behind them. We're going to have to go to the finish cam to see which 2 drivers made it to the feature with Richie Poor. Who's going to be heartbroken? It appears Xavier took second. Cut Rocker took third. And I'm still not sure who took fourth. And not that it matters other than for pride's sake, but here's the battle for fourth between Remy 12 gauge and Dex Hendricks. And it appears, if you look right here, Remy 12 gauge took the 4th spot. So here is your official finishing order for heat race number 2. Newcomer Richie Poor gets out onto the track in his rookie race and is able to take the heat win over a bunch of fast veterans. Taking second on a great move on the final lap, Xavier finally able to turn his luck around and transfer to race 5 feature. Cut Rocker was strong all day. He was a bully and he wanted to transfer. He just makes it, taking the third spot. Remy 12 gauge worked his way strategically to the number 2 spot, and on the final lap had a slight lead before Richie Poor made a strategic move through a block, retook the lead, and slipping Remy 12 gauge back to 4th at the line. Dex Hendricks was close all day long, but kept getting booted out of the lead pack, fell back to 5th. Bay City Darryl was able to finish on the leaderboard, taking home 6th. While 7th goes to James Ironbeard, who had similar results with his Plymouth Roadrunner as he did with his Dodge Charger. And lastly, in 8th place, newcomer Earl Lee, all the way from Australia, who let everyone know he belongs here on the dirt of Boomtown Speedway. Once again, let's give it up for our Heat Race 2 winner for Flip Mode Racing, number 82, Richie Poor. Taking the second transfer spot for Diecast Show Customs, number 5, Xavier. And the third and final transfer spot for Cut Rock Creek Diecast Racing, it's Cut Rocker. So the race number 5 feature is really starting to take shape, as 6 of the 12 spots have already been decided. Who's going to take the remaining 6 spots? You're going to have to watch the remaining 2 heat races to find out. This was heat race number 2 for race 5 of the Boomtown Speedway Street Stock Series, presented by the Low Country Diecast Racing League. Next up, heat races 3 and 4. Stay tuned and don't miss a thing. Until next time, we'll see you at the races.